Artists.
Check it out. Say my name. DJ Khaled.
This is Mila J.
Bruno Mars. On Hot 7025fm.com.
What's going on, everybody? It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood, and I'm here to talk to you about the Sci-Fi Center. It's your Vegas home for science fiction, horror, and fantasy. From comic books, toys, and posters to movie screenings and live events, they've got you covered. Located at 900 Cameron Avenue, Suite B209, give them a call, 702-900-4335, or reach them at thescificenter.com.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on the planet. Hot 702.5 in FM sound. Blazing today's hip-hop, R&B, and pop music. Keeping your radio on fire. Bringing you the hottest, realest, riskiest talk shows live 24/7. On Hot 7025fm.com.
Hey, it's Uterus, and I'm here to tell you about Hotcast for Podcasting. We are a podcasting studio located in Las Vegas, Nevada, in the Hot 702.5 FM studios. You can book online at hot7025fm.com. Just click on Hotcast. You can book and find your times right there. Thank you for booking with Hotcast for Podcasting. Tune in now on hot7025fm.com.
Yo, it's Tavon Greatness Patterson. Want to listen to Hot 7025 on the go? Download the Hot 702.5 app on the Apple Store or Google Play Store if you got an Android like me.
Let's get it.
Hey, you guys. Happy Wonderful Wellness Wednesday. It is your girl, Artisha, and welcome to the Uterus Bar. For those that are new and tuning in, welcome. To those that are coming back, hey, family. How are you guys doing on this amazing, Wonderful Wellness Wednesday? Your girl is doing amazing. I am 42, y'all. I had a great birthday, 42 and fabulous. And I'm just grateful and blessed that God granted me another trip around the sun, the stars, and the moon. All right, you guys, what are you sipping on this afternoon? Your girl is sipping on, you guessed it, let your lymphatic flow, lymphatic tea, okay? And it's piping hot, and you can always get it on 208lymphatics.com. I also have the Artisha's Blossoming Womb Tea to help you with your womb and help it blossom and all that kind of good jazz. You can get that also on 208lymphatics.com. And yes, we cannot leave out the Uterus Bar book, and you can also get that too on 208lymphatics.com. So, I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about periods, and just thinking back when I was younger, I wish someone would have just educated me a little bit more. My mom, she did the best that she could. Shout out to my amazing mom. But I just thought about, like, you know what? I think that today we're going to talk about periods, kind of questions that teens do have, and what foods are really great during the time of your period. Okay, so bear with me, you guys, as I have my notes. And remember, I am the advocate. I'm the information giver because it's free to give information. And here we go. Period talk. Okay. When should I talk to my kids about their periods? Okay. So the thing is, if you can get ahead of it, because during the times, usually when I remember I started mine at 12 years old. It was my 12th birthday, matter of fact. And who was there with me was at the time, my step grandmother. My mom, I think she was out of town or something like that. But I remember going to the bathroom, wiping, and I'm like, what is this? This brown stuff? Like, it just was coming a couple days before, and I didn't know what it was, and I was nervous. Like, what is this? Like, I'm making sure it's not, boo boo or things like that. But no, it was me starting my menstrual. So, getting ahead of the game with your teens, with your children, I think that would be helpful. Letting them know, hey, these are what pads. This is what pads are, or this is why your breasts are getting bigger, or this is like just getting them prepared. Because once you have them prepared, honestly, they'll understand and know. And sometimes as parents, I really truly believe that maybe we're nervous, but listen, now the age is internet, okay, TikTok, friends, and you want to make sure that at least you get them educated before the internet educate them or the wrong friend educate them. So so that was my story. I remember, like I said, I was 12, and when my mom came home, it was like, oh, hey, your daughter started her menstrual, and she was like, wait, what happened here? And I remember back in those pads, the type of pads I have, like, what is this? Like, I feel like I had a big horse pad just walking around. Honestly, just walking around like, what was this, junior? I think it was, 12. So junior high, just walking around like that. And my periods used to last, you guys, like close to 7 days. So imagine as a 12-year-old at that time back in the day, just walking around with a big horse pad, just, people can see it and things like that. So I know they have different things now that they have. I remember taking, I think it was ibuprofen or something like that for pain. And what a story. And I'm going to share my tampon story with y'all too. So I remember this is in high school, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to wear these pads anymore. I'm walking around feeling like I had a diaper on. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. So my friends, this is where we talk about the education. My friends like, oh yeah, you should try a tampon. And I was like, okay. So here I go to the store, go get the OB. And let me tell y'all something about OB. Listen here. It was the one where it's the cardboard. And then you're trying to insert. And at that time, you guys, I was not sexually active. And so I'm inserting. And when I tell y'all, I was trying to, because I didn't know what flow I was like, oh my gosh, I'm cramping. I'm trying to get this thing out of me. It was the worst experience ever. And I was like, nope, I'm good off of tampons at that moment. I'm telling you, I was in high school on the floor, rolling around, trying to figure out what did I just do to myself. And from then I had just started using, pads. And so we're going to save that until my special guests come, because I'm telling you guys, this is where it's so important for the education to be able to educate, your kids as much as you possibly can, so they know what to expect and go from there. Okay. So I talked about that. Now, when do most girls get their periods? So most girls get their first period when they're about, they say between 10 and 15 years old. So the average is at 12. So I was, I guess on the average with that. But listen, everybody's the body type have a different schedule. So it's not like, okay, hey, I started mine at 12, you'll start at 12. But no, every girl's bodies have their own schedule when they're going to be able to do that. Okay. What causes periods? A period happens because of changes in hormones in their body. Hormones are chemical messengers, and the ovaries release the hormones estrogen and progesterone, and these hormones cause the lining of the uterus or womb to build up. The built-up lining is ready for a fertilized egg to attach and start developing. If there is no fertilized egg, the lining breaks down and bleeds. Then the same process happens all over again every month. Okay, this is what it does. And so do periods happen regularly when menstruation starts? So the first few years after a girl starts her period, it may not come regular. This is normal at first. By about 2 to 3 years after having her first period, a girl's periods should become coming around once a month. Okay. Can a girl get pregnant as soon as her period starts? Yes. Okay. A girl can get pregnant as soon as her period starts. So, and it can even get pregnant right before her very first period. Okay. This is because a girl's hormones might already be active. The hormones may have led to ovulation, releasing of the egg from the ovary, and the building of the uterine wall. If a girl has sex, she can become pregnant, even though she has never had a period. Interesting. So how long does periods usually last? Like I told you, when I had mine in the beginning, it was literally 6 to 7 days. And again, I was walking around with that big horse pad. I just remember it's just taking me back. But based off of here, since periods usually last about 5 days, but a period can last shorter or longer. So how often does a period happen? Periods usually happen about once a month, but for some girls, they get their period around every 3 weeks, and others only get a period around once every 6 weeks. Now, we talk about the big word PMS a lot. That's always, or she's PMSing, or I'm PMSing. I need some chocolate, or I need this. So this is what PMS is. Premenstrual syndrome is when a girl has emotional and physical symptoms that can happen before, okay, or during her period. These symptoms can include moodiness, sadness, anxiety, bloating, and acne. They go away after the first few days. So they go away after the first few days of their period. Yeah, I remember that. I remember just being I'm usually happy for the most part, but I just remember that, like, oh my gosh, like I am just in a slump. So what if I have trouble talking to my kids about periods? So here's the thing. If you don't feel comfortable talking with your kids about periods, make sure they have another way to get the information, such as videos. So now they have YouTube videos. They have books and things that are like out there. They have brochures. Talk to your trusted physician so that they can give you the best advice and give you the tools that your young lady, as they're calling it, can be more informed. Okay. So I think that's good too. They also said maybe a nurse, a school counselor, or a trusted family member to be able to talk to your child too. So when should I call the doctor? So most girls don't have problems with their periods, but call your doctor if your daughter is 15 and does not have her period. And if it hasn't started her period and started developing breasts more than 3 years ago and does not have her period, is more than 2 years from the first period, and her periods still do not come every 3 to 6 weeks. Okay. So especially if she misses 3 or more periods in a row and has severe cramps, not relieved by ibuprofen, Advil, Midol, or any type like store brand. And if they have very heavy bleeding and that goes through a pad or a tampon faster than every 2 hours, and has severe PMS that gets in the way of their everyday activities. Okay. So that's what they're saying. That's when to actually call their physician. Now, I want to talk about 9 common questions that teens that they actually have. So we talked about already, when do periods usually start? So we talked about in between usually 10 years of age to 15, but the average they're saying is at age 12. Okay. Now, the other thing that we wanted to talk about says there isn't one right age for a girl to get the period, but signs to watch for include. So these are different signs. So breasts starting to develop, periods usually start about 2 years after this. Hair growing under their girl's arms and in her private, okay, parts. They're talking about some girls prefer, hold on. Okay. So yeah, so we're going to stop there at that part. Now, what causes periods? Okay. Now we talked about that, but remember, hormones are chemical messengers. So this is what prompts that. Okay. Another question is how does ovulation relate to periods? So we're going to go over this again. It's the release of an egg from ovaries, and the same hormones that cause the uterus lining to build up also cause an egg to leave from one ovary from one of the ovaries. So the egg travels through a thin tube called a fallopian tube to the uterus. Okay. And if the egg is fertilized by a sperm cell, it attaches the wall of the uterus, where over time it develops into a baby. And if the egg is not fertilized, the uterus lining breaks down and bleeds, causing a period. Okay. Now, how much blood comes out? This is something that people are like, okay, wait, what? Yeah, how much blood comes out? It may look like a lot of blood, you guys, but a girl usually only loses a few tablespoons of blood during the whole period. Most girls need to change their pad, tampon, or menstrual cup about 3 to 6 times a day. Here's another one. Well, I have periods for the rest of my life. So women reach menopause, which we're going to be talking about later on, not today, but we're talking about coming up around the age 45 to 55. And yes, you can have menopause before then too. Now, their periods will permanently stop, and periods also stop during pregnancy. Okay. What can I do about cramps? Many girls have cramps with their period, especially in the first few days. If cramps bother you, you can try, I got that tea on deck. Okay. So you can try tea, a warming heating pad. Oh, I love heating pads. So a warming heating pad on your belly, take an ibuprofen, Advil, Motrin, or store brand, or naproxen, which is Aleve. And it's other things that you can do. So we're going to be talking about different foods that will also help, because depending on the things that we eat, that can cause more cramping. Now, what else should you know? Periods are normal, okay? It's a healthy part of life. And they shouldn't get in the way of exercising or having fun, you guys, and enjoying life. And if you have questions about your period, you guys, ask your parents. I know sometimes we're nervous, but ask your parents, ask your mom, ask your dad. Sometimes dads know too. So be able to ask. And I'm going to tell you guys too, even though women, we get our periods, it's really, really, really good, to be honest with you, to talk to our sons too about this, not just girls, but we need to talk to our sons, because they need to know as well what's going on, puberty and all that kind of good stuff. And that way they know, and they can be sensitive to the subject when it comes to women having periods and things like that, or girls having periods, because they don't know. And this is a good time to educate them. Now, foods for periods. Okay. So this is recommended foods during your period. So iron-rich foods. And we need this because it replenishes iron lost through bleeding, such as lean red meat, poultry, fish, and leafy green vegetables. We also need our omega-3 fatty acids to reduce inflammation, and it helps to ease cramping. So that would be found in fatty fish like salmon, tuna, nuts, and seeds, and magnesium to relax the muscles, you guys, and relieve cramps. And that's found in dark chocolate. So when you have those you have chocolate cravings, the best one is, they're saying, to have dark chocolate, because it has magnesium. It helps helps your muscles and relieves cramps. Now, also, nuts and seeds have magnesium in it too. Potassium. This helps to regulate fluid balance and reduce the bloat. I remember having that bloat. Sometimes, you guys, I still have bloat now, and I don't have my period. So I think bloating is always going to be, it looks like. But if we have the right foods and the things that we're eating, I feel like it definitely help. So potassium. So that's what it's saying. We need more potassium in our bodies. So that helps reduce, like we said, the bloating, and that potassium is found in bananas, potatoes, and avocados. Fiber. I cannot tell you guys enough, whether you're going to have some type of foods with fiber, or some type of, what is it called? Like they have the fiber powder, the fiber capsule, something with fiber, you guys, because it's going to help promote regular bowel movement. So you're not constipated. Okay. And it can be found in fruits, vegetables, and whole grains as well. Hydrating fruits. So that's water, fruits, berries, watermelons, and vegetables, cucumbers, and celery. Specific food suggestions. So here it is. Salmon with roasted vegetables that can provide iron, omega-3s, and magnesium. Dark chocolate contains magnesium and antioxidants. Fruits and vegetables has rich in fiber, potassiums, and vitamins. Nuts and seeds provides omega-3s, okay? Magnesium and protein. Whole grains offer fiber and vitamin B. Foods to avoid or limit, you guys. Processed foods. So if you notice during your menstrual, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm craving a hamburger, some fries. Well, let me tell you guys, it's high in sodium and it's unhealthy fats, which can worsen bloating and cramping. Sugary drinks contribute to inflammation and fatigue. Coffee can increase anxiety and irritation, and alcohol can dehydrate and worsen cramps. So I wanted to make sure I went over that with you guys. This is a time where you can really educate yourself and also your teens. And you can learn more if you go to kidshealth.org and look into teens and menstruals. And I really feel like it will be able to educate you more on the matter of period and having that period talk with them, because if not, I'm telling you guys, someone else is going to educate them. And you think about how better it would be for you to educate your children better than someone else, or you get what I'm saying? Like they get into the wrong cans. Okay. All right, you guys, we are getting ready to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'm so excited for you guys to meet my special guests. So stay tuned. See you in a bit.
Talk a lot of Game Boy, give it to me. Now tell me that your love's strong with me. Now feel it when the night done. I feel what you say, yeah. I let them all, baby, and I gave you all of me. Tell me I wasted time, and I feel your heart, baby. Don't pull us apart, baby. Push me across the line. Let me in the nighttime, yeah. Let me with the lights on, yeah. If you wanna break bones, yeah. If you wanna love me, let me in the nighttime, yeah. Let me with the lights on, yeah. If you wanna break bones, yeah. If you wanna love me, if you wanna love me, talk to me nice. You know that I can change your life. Me a 10 out of 5. Do you like the way I do ya? If you can't match the energy, I'm through. I let down my wall, baby, and I gave you all of me. Don't tell me I wasted time, and I feel your heart, baby. Don't pull us apart, baby. Don't push me across the line. Let me when the night done, yeah. Let me with the lights on, yeah. If you wanna break bones, yeah. If you wanna love me, let me when the night done, yeah. Let me with the lights on, yeah. If you wanna break bones, yeah. If you wanna love me, if you wanna love
It's your main man, 360, the poet from the Morning Wood. And are you looking for the perfect drink? Well, you found it. Mimosa Royale is the perfect combination of California sparkling white wine and natural juice that is both tasty and refreshing. No artificial colors or flavors, no sugar added, and it's gluten-free. As the world's first ready-to-drink mimosa, Mimosa Royale is perfect for any occasion, day or night. You no longer have to drink 12 of those seltzers just to get that perfect buzz. At 8% alcohol, Mimosa Royale is the perfect drink to party with. Offered in a variety of flavors and sizes, you are bound to find a Mimosa Royale that you'll love. We have berry, mango, apple, and orange, with more flavors to come. Mimosa Royale is the most award-winning flavored wine that serves in bottles or cans. You can find them online at drinkmimosa.com or find them at your local liquor store. Ask for it by name. Mimosa Royale.
Hey, you guys. Happy Wonderful Wellness Wednesday. We just took a short break. Thank you so much for returning. And if you are new, welcome. Come on in. And if you're coming back, welcome back, family. Listen, I have a special guest, okay? Special guest. And without further ado, it is my favorite niece. Okay. She has come all the way down to hang out with her auntie, her favorite auntie. Okay. To be exact, all the way down from Texas to come to Viva Las Vegas. And again, we were talking about periods, and what better way to bring her in to talk about periods as a teen. I'm really excited because I hope this educates everyone. Her name is Maya Wright, the one and only. Welcome, niece. What's going on?
Hi, everyone.
Hold your mic. There you go. What's going on? Okay, so, tell us about yourself. Such a gorgeous self.
I am 17 years old, and I'm from Wiley, Texas. I play basketball. I'm active, and I'm just here to help inform everybody and give better opportunity.
Okay. All right.
Your audience.
All right. That's what's up. Okay. So as we were talking about periods and menstruals earlier, like I was sharing with everyone, I received my menstrual when I was 12 years old. And can you share with us, when did you receive yours?
I was 13.
Okay. And tell me about that experience. Just kind of walk me through the experience.
I was 13, and it was November, around Thanksgiving break.
Okay.
I noticed, like, when I woke up, like, my stomach was hurting, but anybody's gonna think, like, okay, I just need to use the restroom. Mm-hmm. And I guess when I was using the restroom, like, I didn't have to. I was like, okay, maybe I'm just constipated. I tried again, and then saw blood. I thought I was just wiping hard because it's not the first time that's happened to me, but I was kind of in disbelief, but it made up for, like, why my stomach was hurting. And so I was a little nervous to tell my mom, just because I knew that we had company over, or going to, because Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. But it was just like, it was kind of shocking for me, and I didn't know what to really do. And, like, my stomach, my cramps were, like, on 10. And I was just, like, nervous experience. I didn't know why I was feeling the way I was feeling. I didn't know what to eat. Mm-hmm. Everything was provoking me, so I was overwhelmed, definitely.
Okay. Thank you for sharing that. So with you being nervous, how did you get, like, not tampons, but pads? How did you get something like that to be able to help you? What did you do?
I ended up, like, telling my mom the next day, and she was just giving me hers for a little bit until, like, I just noticed that I didn't need that size, or that brand just wasn't working for me. Like, I just couldn't, because I'm very, like, my nose gets very sensitive around the time I'm on my cycle. Everything just makes me, like, everything grosses me out. I smell everything 10 times more. Mm-hmm. So I told her, like, this isn't my brand. This isn't my size. I need to try something different.
Okay. All right. And question for you, is your friends, did they have their menstruals yet?
Yes.
Okay.
Earlier that month, we were all talking about it, but I was the only one in my friend group who hadn't got my period yet.
Okay. And how do you have, like, something that you take to school with you?
Yes, I have, like, it's kind of like a pencil kit, but it's bigger than a pencil kit, and I just have my pads, my wipes, just female hygiene things in there, and I take it to school with me. It's just in my backpack. It's been in my backpack since 8th grade.
Okay. And what have you noticed during the time that you start your period to now about your body?
I noticed that when I'm on my cycle that my breasts get sore.
Okay.
I notice that I'm very tired the first few days, and just that, like, I noticed that my cramps from now they've gotten like lighter, but just body wise, like, it's kind of like more difficult to just get more active, like motivation wise. My body feels like more run down.
You know, which is really good. I want to share this. It's really good to journal, and you know, especially like around your menstrual, to like just kind of write things down. Like, you know what? Let me see. I noticed between day 1 to day 3 or day 1 through day 5, this is how I'm feeling. You know what I mean? And I think it'd be good because then you can kind of keep track, and they call that part of cycle syncing. And so I think that'd be good for you and then others that are listening to start doing that, because then you'll kind of know, like, okay, you know what? I notice I'm like what you're saying. I notice I'm more tired when during this time, or I notice I am maybe craving more water or craving chocolate, or, it just helps you to take control of your body. Okay. Now tell me about school. So do they, because I know I just remember me being in school, and I remember having to go change and things like that, but they were like monitoring the time that the time that we went out. Like if I'm taking too long, to the bathroom. Do they do that still now?
They still do.
Okay.
They still do.
Oh my gosh, man. It's like, okay, what's up with that? So I wish they would change that. But I remember that. I remember like, oh my gosh, okay, she's not back, yet. And everybody's body is different. You're not going to be in there maybe a short period of time, or you may be in there a long period of time. So I wish they would stop doing that. Now, at your school, do they have education regarding like usually they used to call like sexual education, but they do anything for like a menstrual education with you guys?
No, not really. I feel like the only thing that they've had for us was probably in 6th grade, giving us,
like the basic
sex ed.
Okay.
And then along with the timing, the only teachers that are more like considerate when you're on it is probably like your female teachers. They'll understand, and they'll let you go when you need to go. But kind of just like the same old, usually older women or like male teachers will be more adamant about the time you need to go. Okay. How much time you need to spend in the restroom.
Okay. And do you think they need to be educated?
Yes, because this high school students, like, why should we be asking? A lot of like my female teachers don't have us ask these restroom, like, if you need to go, take the pass and you can go. Okay. But it's just like we're in high school and I'm a junior, so it's like I feel like we should be treated like adults. Like, you don't ask when you need to go use the restroom. You excuse yourself. Okay. And what about? Do you feel like teen boys need to be educated? Yes.
What's your take on that?
I feel like it's since they aren't females, they don't get the education. Nobody from home tells them that what they need to be learning and things that they should know about, and they're very clueless. So they ask girls, but like a lot of them who aren't raised around sisters or just don't, it just doesn't get brung up. It might seem uncomfortable or TMI, but it's like something that y'all should know as well. It's not something girls should only know or just something a girl's secret. It's life, and it happens. Yeah. So. Okay. All right. And is it anything else that you feel like teen girls should know about going through this? I feel like, for me, my biggest thing is I did not like to use the excuse that I'm on my period a lot. I don't give, that a reason for my behavior. I still want to hold myself accountable, but there's times where it's like, like we do go through it, and it's okay to accept that. You just need to convey it around like the adults you're around, or be comfortable explaining that to some people, because I would not tell a lot of my teachers or coaches, and I would just go through practice hurting. I would go every day just like hurting, and it was hurting me ultimately. And I just feel like for you, like what's better for you and your body, like you need to inform adults around you that you trust and just be able to convey your feelings more.
Okay. You see why I love her? She just speaks so eloquently. And one of the reasons why I love her. So I was going to tell everyone to listen, this tea, okay? It really does help. She's had some of this tea. Matter of fact, when she was on her menstrual, and you tell the world, not just because you love me, but just tell the world how good the tea is.
Well, I was previously on it not too long ago, and the first few days, I am always, regardless of the circumstances, cramping heavy. So she gave me some of her tea, and I sat down with the heating pad, and 30 minutes, it was gone. It was gone. So
listen,
it works.
Listen, tell the people listen, you guys. We're telling you to get this tea, the Artisha's Blossom and Womb tea. It's gonna help you guys. I'm telling you, menstrual pain, the cramping, the bloating. If you have ovarian cysts, fibroids, PCOS, it's going to help with balancing your hormones. And you can get it, I'm telling you guys, at 208lymphatics.com. I'm here to help the people. Well, so can you let everyone know what type of pads do you use?
Honey Pot.
Okay.
I've been using Honey Pot for about a year now, actually. It's the only one that works for me. My nose, like I said, my nose is very sensitive. It doesn't make me smell. They do have a tingle, but it's refreshing and it's like better for me. Made my flow lighter, my cramps like lighter. It's just overall better. It's Black owned.
Yes.
And it's just what I recommend. No chemicals also, so that's good.
Listen, I love the Honey Pot. So again, let me just kind of go back. When I started I'm telling y'all, when I started my menstrual, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm telling you, it was these big horse pads, and it was just horrible. And then when I started, like I said, after that I had that tampon experience, you guys, that was horrible. OB, I don't recommend that. And then I went back to pads. And I also started using, at the time it was called the Diva cup. It's like a flimsy cup. You pop up and insert, and and I had a panty liner so making sure like no spillage, but I really like those too. Now, I remember working in OB and one of my coworkers was like, "Girl, you wearing those pads? It's like wearing a diaper. Why don't you try the tampons?" And I said, "Okay, well, what kind do you recommend?" And so I think is it Playtex? I'm trying to remember. I think that's the name of it. And it was an Easy Glide. I said, "Okay, I'll start using this." And you guys, after I had my son, I couldn't do it no more. I couldn't do the tampons, and then you start reading about the toxic shock syndrome and all that kind of stuff. And oh no. So then that's when I learned about the Honey Pot. That's when I learned about that. I said, you know what? It needs to be something better out there for women. Number one, it is Black owned. And number two, it's something that is not going to cause the irritation. And it is plant-based, okay? And inside it has aloe, it has lavender, you guys, and it has mint. And it does not have, and it's herbal infused. It does not have the fragrances, the pesticides, and the chlorines that is irritating our body. And you think about, okay, hey, can that contribute to fibroids? Can that contribute to all the other different things that we're experiencing, the heavy bleeding and things? So what I wanted to write down is, what I wrote down was the mint provides a coolness. Lavender provides soothes and calms, and the aloe provides the moisture and soothes. And another thing that is really good, you guys, if you have like a panty liner, and you just put just a little bit on, like a little bit of coconut oil or castor oil, that helps keep the bacteria at bay. away. And then it also can help with fibroids. So just putting a smearing a little bit on the panty liner or even on your pad, and that's just helping. It's all just helping. Again, like I said, you guys, I am okay with giving the education, but it's good to know that you use Honey Pot. And you know what? I know Honey Pot does not sponsor me, but I just wanted to say that they're a great brand. And I know it's other different brands that are out there. And for me, I don't have my menstrual anymore, you guys. I am a hysterectomy survivor and also a fibroid warrior. So these are different conversations that is good to be able to share with teens as they're growing up to become beautiful young ladies and to educate them. One more thing that just comes to mind that I know a lot of people don't know, and it's literally wiping from front to back. Okay. When you use the restroom, I'm telling you guys, it helps with your hygiene, wiping from front to back, because if not, you can get a UTI. A lot of people don't understand that. And another thing is using certain type of detergent. Okay. When we have that time of the month or just detergent period, because you guys, I don't know if you've ever, and I'm saying you guys, women, okay, to my 108 beautiful listeners and people are there watching. Here's the thing. When you use the restroom and you don't have, and if you ever notice, use the restroom and you don't have a panty liner on, guess what happens? You wipe and then you're like, what's going on? Why is this smell? Wait a minute. I know I'm fresh down there. What's happening? Because it's the detergent that we're using. So now we're walking around with urine smell in our underwear. That is not good. It's not cool. And I just want to tell you a certain type of detergent that you want to make sure that you use. And you, ladies, make sure you have a panty liner. It is good. It's there to catch things such as discharge that we don't want just sticking to our underwear. Okay. So on that note, my beautiful niece, is it anything that else that you want to share with everyone?
Just to stay beautiful, educate yourselves on your body, because not everything works for everyone. Just educate yourself on what works for you, and don't be scared to ask questions. Like, I feel like questions are the biggest awkward thing, because you don't want to be the odd man out. But find a trusted adult or do your own research, because wisdom is in you, and just figure it out. You can figure it out. We have a lot of resources nowadays. There's books, there's the internet. And there's, parents or trusted adults. Just don't be scared to ask questions, because, asking questions provides you wisdom, and wisdom is knowledge and money. Mm-hmm. It's resourceful. So.
All right. Listen, you guys, if there is any questions that you guys may have, no question is too big or too small, please email me at the Uterus Bar at Hot 702.5 FM, and I would love to answer your questions that you may have. And please, if you are available, okay, February 22nd on a Saturday from 2 to 4, the Uterus Bar presents Women Health Support Group. Come down, okay, because you're gonna be loved on by women that have the same common reproductive concerns that you have. And not only, listen, they're there to be able to provide resources. I'm telling you, it's a really great way to just kind of get out, let your hair down or pin it up, and just be loved on. Another thing, we're going to have a special guest there. Okay. Dr. Alexandria Lightning. She's the owner and operator and founder of VIP Lightning. She's going to be talking about fibroids, especially from a functional medicine lens. This is something that you don't want to miss, ladies, okay? The time is now. We're in 2025, and it's time to be your own advocate, okay? It's time to be your own advocate. Again, you can find me every Wednesday on the hottest radio station here in Viva Las Vegas, Hot 72.5 FM. I'll see you later, you guys. Bye.
Keep your radio dial right here. You're locked into the hottest news station on